Right on. I forgot to lower the volume on my phone. How's it going, everyone? It's Saturday. I already went to work. I went to work twice. I went to work at Michael's this morning. I don't know if you can see. I got like a thing I'm trying to paint there. It's like a Michael's building. See it? I just painted it black for now. Worked at Michael's this morning. Then I went and helped someone clean out a shed. So I made a little bit of cash today. And I was supposed to be off today. Today was my day off. But when they call me in, I go. I'd rather be doing this, you know. I'd rather be doing painting as a career, which I do. I'm trying to make this my job. Eventually, I'll get enough members, and man, I could do paintings every day. Eventually, I'm gonna start sending these to some of my members. Uh, the Van Gogh level. I got 3 levels up there. I got Picasso, Da Vinci, Van Gogh. The Van Gogh level, I probably, depending on how many months, I think it's going to be 6 months, then you get an original painting. I think that's legal. I got to check with the YouTube first, but today I'm gonna sketch out my landscape here with the fan brush, a number 2 oil brush. I have the back gessoed like I usually do. If you're a new artist, give this a try. Take some black gesso and just put one, you just got to put one coat on the back. Really thin it out with water, and it keeps the light from coming through, and then your paintings, they look so much better. There's no light coming through, and you don't see the imperfections in there. It really works. All right, let's do I want to do a painting where I think I'm going to do some trees coming on the side today. So how I'm going to start this landscape, I'm going to start with the foreground here. So I'm thinking I'll have some bushes right down here in the front. I'll have some bushes down here. And that way I'll have some trees here. That way I can have a tree, maybe like I'll have it like some kind of tree right on the edge, and then I can put the leaves over here. That'll be cool. So now I can do the rest of my landscape here. Let's have we'll put some distant mountains back there, way in the back. Maybe we'll make them smaller so they look like they're farther away. Just some hilltops, maybe. All this is from my mind, so let's have some kind of that'll be the land on that side. Maybe I'm gonna have a river coming through here. like that. There we go. It's all done. There's my sketch. I kind of like it. It's simple, but I'm going to have trees. This will be filled up with a tree here. I'll have some cool clouds here. The whole thing will get filled up. And I'll have some evergreen trees popping off right down here in these bushes here. And I'll have some distant trees here with some bushes here. That looks good. Let me shut my effects off here. I'm going to keep an eye on this thing today to make sure it stays in focus. I know Steve's on, Shadow Hunter's on. All right. Well, that looks good already. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool sketching it in. I mean, I used to just start painting. You can paint a blue sky and then put a mountain in there and then do this all. You don't have to sketch it in, but I think it's kind of cool sketching it in like that. You kind of get an idea where everything is then. I can even put, more mountains back here if I wanted to. Some like a larger mountain in the back. We'll see. I'm going to start with the mountain. I already mixed some gray. I'm just going to make it a dark gray color. I noticed there's a lot of art channels out there. I haven't watched any of them though. So I'm trying not to watch them so I don't do what they do. I want my channel to be a little different, so I don't copy anybody else. So hopefully this is different than all the others. I saw some young kid on my feed. You know how they send you things on your homepage? And he was doing like the Bob Ross style with the liquid white and just using the Bob Ross paint and stuff, which is cool. But this is acrylic paint, and you don't use any of that liquid white with this technique. I did gesso the back. You hear that? It's like a drum. This thing is so tight when you put that gesso on the back. Man, it really tightens it up. It's like turns your canvas into a drum. I like it. I'll put a little blue down here, just a little. I don't know if I'm going to like that mountain. It's kind of small. I like to put larger mountains in there, but I'll give it a chance. It'll definitely look farther away because it's smaller, but I'll just have to make some cool clouds, that's all. I went to go help these people. They have an old shed out in their backyard here in Seattle. So I went and helped them clean the old shed out, and man, that place was... They had stuff in there for almost 30 years, because they're getting a new shed, and I'm going to go tear down the old shed next week. I'm going to use my new Ryobi chainsaw. I don't know if you saw that video. I made a short of me. I cut someone's tree down a couple weeks ago, and I bought this battery operated chainsaw. Man, that thing works great. I've used gas powered ones. Those things are dangerous, but this battery operated one, it's not, it doesn't kick back or anything. It has enough power to cut, but you don't feel like it's going to hurt you because it doesn't have like power like the gas ones do. So next week I'm going to take that chainsaw over there and cut the old shed apart with the chainsaw. That'll be fun. Demo time. Demolition. Put a river in here. I like putting rivers in or some kind of pathway, you know, to bring the viewer's eye into the painting. And then it's kind of fun. If I want later on, I could put like a waterfall in here if the land permits it. If you put a waterfall in, you gotta lower the land around there. It's sometimes you can't do it. So there's my water. Look at that. This one's gonna be easy to get the underpaint done. This is a 12 by 16. It's a fairly small canvas, but it's still a decent size. I've been sealing my paintings with, you could either get a matte or gloss varnish, yeah. The ones that I hang at I hang all my paintings at like a couple breweries here in Seattle, and it's like buy them. They can buy them and pay me with Venmo, and then they just take it off the wall, whatever one they want. So every day I check my Venmo to see if any of them sold. But yeah, I've been putting varnish on them. They look pretty cool. When you're done, you gotta wait a couple days, and then you can put a varnish on it, and it makes it look like it's fresh, like it just was painted that day, you know. It looks pretty cool. And then you can get either a matte, this is a matte varnish, so it's not so glossy, but it seals it, protects it pretty good. When I did, before I started doing acrylic painting, I did a lot of oil painting. I never sealed the oil paintings. So, this is the sap green here. I'm just using the same brush, even if there's still blue left on it. That way you get some different colors going in there. So this type of painting, what I'm doing, I'm going to put all my colors I want in, and then I'll start putting in the bushes and the trees. This is actually called blocking in. You just block in the color. And then I'm going to look at this right now and see how I want this grass to run. What I like to do first is just lighten up the back with white. A little titanium white in the distance. And then I'll run, I'm thinking I want the hills to run like this today. So I'm going to grab a darker sap green. I'm going to have it, the hills kind of running like this off these edges like that. Put some kind of ledge in there. And then maybe one more. Let's see. Maybe something coming across here. Just add some shadows in there. That'll work for now. This side I'm going to make it yellow ochre. Just block it in. I still have green on my brush. But that's okay. I'll let some of that green mix in with that yellow ochre. And then I'll put in some burnt umber. Try and make some hills in there. I want this to run like, let's see. Get a little burnt umber here. Maybe these hills are going to run like this. Yeah, something like that. That'll work. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-da. I'm going to do the sky. I'm using cobalt blue today. Cobalt blue. Let's see what that looks like. That looks good. That's about what the Seattle sky looks like. Let's put a little gray up there today. That's black. I don't want black. Put a little gray, Payne's gray. I have a dark cloud over here and over here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are watching any other painters on YouTube. I'm trying not to because like I said, I want my I don't want it to be like exactly what they're doing. Wow, that turned into like a grayish blue there. I'm trying to work on getting, you know, a new microphone, another camera. I want to get another camera. I'm cleaning up the studio a little bit. And I want to get like 2 cameras so I can switch the view from one view to another. that's one of the things I'm trying to do to make the videos better. And then I'll do more. I'll do some videos where you guys can tell me what to paint, like viewer participation. Improvisation. So whatever you tell me to paint, I would have to paint it. Look at that. Wow. That's a nice blue sky. I want to put some white in there right now. I got a bigger brush. There we go. I'll put some kind of clouds in there right now. Those will be like distant clouds. All right, good enough. Yeah, it already looks like clouds up there. I kind of want, I think I want this to be a little taller now. Some more peaks on it. Taller? Should it be taller? I see some more hills back here. You see that? Maybe with a very light gray. I see like some more hills back here. Yeah. Yeah, I do sell these. I keep telling people, that because a lot of people do abstract right now, but the landscapes, they're still selling. I go out and they still sell. And they sell really easy. I'll be setting up my table. I don't even have the paintings out yet, and they're already selling before I'm even set up. People like landscapes still. They're still in demand. When I was selling my abstract, yeah, they didn't sell that fast. But people love landscapes. There's still demand for them. I think they're still the number one selling art out there. There we go. Now I got some mountains behind that one. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that better. Samantha in the house. Right on. Samantha Godina. That sounds Italian. I'm Italian too. Uh, Not full-blooded Italian. Yeah, look at that. It already looks like the way I do this, I make it look like there's already clouds up there, but I'm not done with the sky. I'm going to have more clouds up there. I just paint it that way to make it so it gives me some ideas when I go to put clouds up there. If you just joined in, this is just the underpaint. I haven't even really started yet. I designed this and now I'm getting my color down first, then I'll start putting some cool stuff in there. So down here, I'm going to make this like yellow ochre. And then I'm going to put the bushes in there. But I got to have some dirt down here first. Put a little dirt down here. And then I'll have some bushes on top of this dirt. Just block it in with color like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. All these, I'm going to add more color to all this stuff. So this is just the underpaint. There we go. So lately I've been putting my bushes in dark. This is burnt umber and black, a mixture. It's what I use to sketch the painting out. I put all my trees and bushes in with this color, and then I'll highlight it later on. See, then I put different colors on. Once I get the painting the way I want it, you know. So I'm going to have some bushes down here, right here, coming over to here. I'll pull the bottom. Some cool bushes right there. And then I'll have some bushes behind it here, going up this hill. Oh, there goes my phone. And then I'm going to put some, look at that. Some cool bushes already. This fan brush I'm using. Wow, that already looks cool. That's how you put your bushes in, right there. Now watch what I do, because you can't see the bottom of the bushes here. Just take a little bit of white on your fan brush, just a little bit. Just a tiny amount. Just to, I'll show you where the bottom of the bushes are with this white color. You just put it underneath the bushes. A little bit of white. Then it'll soak in, just so you can see where the bottom of the bushes are. Just like that. And watch, you'll see that white will soak into the brown, and it'll turn like a light brown. But now you can kind of see the bottom, see? All right, so this is looking good. Really good. I need a sip of my Pepsi. Hold on. Did you guys, any of you guys, work today, or did you have the day off? Hey, I gave myself a heart. This is acrylic paint. This is not, there's no magic white or anything. Like, you'll see other people do Bob Ross paintings. This is not a Bob Ross painting. This is like more like traditional art here. This is a style that I came up with. Acrylic paint's a lot better because this will dry. Like, I could sell this tomorrow if I wanted to. Oil paint, you gotta wait like 3 weeks, almost a month before you can sell your painting. So acrylic, it dries the same day you do it. So if you're gonna go out there and you want to sell paintings like I do, you need to think about that. Like, well, what do I want to sell, oil or acrylic? Because if you're selling like a lot of paintings, you need to think about acrylic paint because they dry fast. If this was oil, I wouldn't be able to sell it for at least 3 weeks. Then it would sit on the wall for 3 weeks. And this is easy to clean up. You just use water. You don't need any chemicals or anything. Look at that snow. Wow. Look at that. If you've never, if you're doing your snow on your mountains, you can see how I'm like pulling it pretty far down. Don't pull the snow straight down. You gotta angle it like to the right and then pull it flat because the mountain's flattened out down here. Okay. If you pull the snow straight down, it's not going to look right. So make your mountains like wide and long. When I first started painting, I did the same thing. I pulled the snow straight down, and I mean it looks okay, but it's not right. But trust me, if you start painting, you're gonna come up with your own style, because everybody painting is like a signature or writing. You know, everybody's handwriting is different. Painting's the same way. This is like this is like how you write. So your paintings are gonna look a lot different than mine, even if you do this same painting. you got to learn how to use the knife. The knife is what makes the mountains look good. And you'll get used to it, you know, like, because I'm making this look easy, but it's hard to hold your hand like this out in the air. Like, see how steady my hand is? I mean, I'm used to it, but if you first start, a lot of people have to hold their hand steady, you know. But you'll get used to it, and you'll be able to do it just like this. Like, it's not that easy just to hold your brush and do this, you know. But there's professional older painters that still have to use that stick. Have you seen it? They put a stick up there so they can, you know, hold their hand steady. I forget what it's called, but that looks pretty good. Man, I can't believe those mountains. It looks like they look real. Paint Your Dream World. Hola, how you doing? You guys got to go check out Paint Your Dream World's channel. He's got a good channel. You got to start doing some lives. Paint Your Dream World. Do like live paintings. Those mountains came out good. They almost look real. It's blowing my mind. Yeah, start doing some lives, and I'll come and check your lives out. All right, I think I'm gonna put. It's time to put some trees in here somewhere. I'm gonna put, because I'm gonna have some big trees over here. I'm gonna have that tree on the side here. That's right. I want to have like a tree trunk coming up here, and I'll put some leaves up there. I'm just gonna kind of put some kind of tree trunk going up here. And then I'll put a bunch of leaves on it. All right, that's enough branches. These were the hardest thing for me to learn, these kind of trees. The evergreen trees are easy to learn. Uh, there's a lot of different style evergreen trees. I'm going to do one like Van Gogh. You guys know who Van Gogh is? I'll put a, let me put a Van Gogh tree in here. I'll do it down here though. I'm going to have, ow, got an itch. Uh, Trying to think how I want these bushes to run down here. I got a hill here, but I'm going to have a big tree here. Maybe right in the middle here, I guess. I'll have some bushes running up here. Got an itch on my leg. All right, here's a Van Gogh tree. They're kind of just, they're, I think they're a cypress trees. Kind of like that, where the branches, they go up. That look cool? Now I'll put some distant trees on the water's edge back here. Just really small trees back there. So far away. I'm going to show you a cool way to make some easy clouds. I'm going to take the clouds from the top of this big peak, and just take your fan brush. This is an oil fan brush, by the way, number 2. Now, just touch your brush on the canvas, and then bring your clouds up like that. Now take your brush and pull the bottom to the left, just the bottom part, and make it look like it's blowing, and shape the cloud. Don't touch the top part though. And there, look at those clouds. And just pull the bottom to the left. It'll automatically create some kind of shadow in there. Doesn't that look cool? And I should have waited to do the tree, but you could do another one this way, the same way. I'll have to make that a small one because I put the tree there too early. But just pull, after you put your color on, pull the bottom to the left or the right. That's what makes the tree look, or the mountain look, or the cloud look bigger. got too much on my brain. But see how cool that cloud looks right now? I bet my phone's gonna fall again. It already looks like it has a shadow underneath here and here. It's a cool way to make clouds with acrylic paint. It really looks good, and it's pretty easy. It's a number 2 fan brush, okay, and it's an oil brush. You can't, if you use, it won't work with the acrylic brush. An acrylic brush, here's an acrylic fan brush. See how flimsy it looks? It won't it won't make it won't make the clouds. See how it wobbles up there? These do not work for clouds. You got to use an oil fan brush. I'm going to put some water down here. Like on the edge of the shore here. Just so you can see what it's going to kind of look like when I'm done. Just pulling a little white water. This would be make it smaller back there. All right, it's good enough for now. Wow, it's looking pretty good. I know. I like to see who's on though, but I had to set it to the side now, so I can watch the chat. But Misty's in the house. Hey, Misty. Nice to see you. Sorry I didn't check the chat. Let's see who else is in here. My phone kept falling down. ABC123, I've seen you here before. Daniel, peace. Techie 2200. I already said hi to Samantha. You guys rock. Thanks for showing up today. I worked this morning, then I had to do a side job after work. I went and was helping these people clean out their shed. They have an old shed and they're going to get a new one. I'm going to tear down their old shed for them next week. So I bought that. I don't know if you guys saw my chainsaw short. I was cutting someone's tree down. I go, I'm going to make a short of this chainsaw because the chainsaw works so good. It was an electric chainsaw. And I couldn't believe that electric chainsaw cut a tree down. I was so happy with that chainsaw. I made like a video short of it. I don't know. It looks like it's a commercial for IOB. It's like I keep grabbing my Pepsi like I'm doing a Pepsi commercial. But I like Pepsi. Alright, I'll do some more clouds in a little bit. I don't want to keep knocking my phone off, so. Where do the... Oh, I got 3 likes already. Is that where they are? I don't see where you can like this on here. Is that heart the like? Huh. Chat. Thanks, everyone. Alright, I'm going to do a tree here now. I'm going to do a regular, like a regular type of evergreen tree. Maybe I'm going to do one that's kind of filled in all the way. We'll start off small and press in the middle of the trunk. Press right in the middle and then just come all the way down. And then get wider at the bottom. And then adjust, you can adjust your width when you're done. It's pretty much, it's a tree that's filled in all the way. Because I want to show you how to put a dress on there. I'm going to highlight just the right side. I call it putting on a dress. And it makes the tree look like it has dimension. Not dementia, dimension. Because right now it looks flat, right? But when I highlight it, it's going to look like it's more round. Now, when you're doing a painting, keep in mind, like, I used to just keep coming down here and putting trees in, but then I would cover my water. So you don't want to cover this up. So I can't put any more trees here. I can sneak a small one right behind it here, though. A little baby tree right back there. Because if you put one here, you're going to cover all this land up and then you won't see it. So that's good enough. I don't know how far I want this to look down here. This is where perception comes in here, depth. Now if I put a large tree here, a big tree, it's going to make this look real close. If I put a small tree here, this will look like we're up high here looking down at that lower section down there. Like this would be up on a high hill up here looking down at the river. But I already have a big tree here, so I'd have to make this tree has to be bigger than that one, right? So let's put a like a medium-sized tree here. See what it looks like. That's a Bob Ross tree there. That looks all right. That'll work. That'll work. Oh, I forgot about my tree up here. Thanks, Kristen. Kristen in the house. AA in the house. All right, I'm going to try and put some branches on these trees now, okay? It's not easy to do this part. I'm going to start out with small ones, okay? Really small ones. Small little there we go. That's enough. You don't want to overdo it. That's enough leaves. It's hard to do that kind of tree. It really is, because you want to keep putting you want to keep putting more leaves on, then all of a sudden you end up with like a lollipop tree. That was the alarm. I gotta go shut the oven off real quick because I got a pot pie in there, but I'll put some bubbles on for you. I'll be right back. All right. I bought a Marie Callender's pot pie. It smells good. Chicken pot pie. All right, now I'm going to start showing you how to highlight. I'm going to do some highlighting now. I mean, if you like it dark, you can leave them dark, but I'm going to make these green up here. I want to lighten these up back here. For these back here, I'm going to mix some gray and green. A little bit of gray and green color. And just what I'm going to do is try and hit the upper part of those trees just to lighten them up. It's a greenish gray type color. I'm going to use a light green for this. We'll see what it looks like. If it's not good enough, I'll change to green. But I'm going to come down the right side, barely touching it with my fan brush. I'm going to try and make a lot of branches on that tree. It's called putting a dress on it. See how it made a bunch of branches on there? You could do a little bit here on the left, just a little. Doesn't that look cool? Now it doesn't look like a black tree anymore. Wow, that came out good. I shut the bubbles off. See, now you can start adding color to your trees. That looks pretty good. This is acrylic, yeah. It's acrylic paint. Uh, Acrylic paint. You have to, if you just came in, you should go back and watch how I started the painting. I started a little different than everybody else. I'm going to make these a different color down here. I'll put in some green, but I want to put some yellow ochre down here on some of these bushes. Little yellow ochre. And then I'm going to probably use some orange ochre. We'll make, I put a little red. I put a little red in the yellow ochre. So that kind of turns it into an orange ochre. Some bushes down there. This is looking good. I like all these bushes. Now in here you could put flowers. Let's put some white flowers down here. You gotta wipe your brush off in the water. Rinse it off. I just like wipe my brush with a paper towel to dry it and get a little white. Just put a little white on the brush. And let's put some flowers down here, like white flowers. Just like that. Some white flowers. And you could put a little white out here too. You can put a little white up above your bushes, some of them. It'll look like flowers. on top of the bushes. Wow, this is coming out pretty good. I didn't do the trees up there, so I'm gonna pick out a green. How about, I think I'm gonna make them orange ochre. What do you think? No, I'm gonna do green. I'm gonna start with a dark green. Okay. Let's start with just a green color. Okay. That's too dark. We'll start with a green color. Leave some of the brown showing through though. Let me make sure you can see it. Yeah. You zoom it in a little. Stay in focus. Now, just do each clump individually. Just press the color in there. And try and leave some of the dark color in there. Okay? So do it very, tap it very lightly. Leave some of the dark in there. Just like that. Now I'm going to get a lighter green. I'm going to put a little white in it. That same green, just add white to it. And now we're going to, the light's coming down like this, okay? And we're going to hit just parts of the tree where the light's hitting, okay? With this color. Maybe right here and here. Just like that. Just little highlights. It gives the tree a little dimension, the leaves up there. That looks pretty good. It's not the best tree, but it looks all right. Wow. Look at those mountains and the clouds. I can't believe it, those clouds, how good they came out. Look at those clouds, how cool they look. Man. Did you guys see how I made those clouds? Do you want me to do another one? I can't remember when you guys came into the painting. I don't know who's left. All right, I'm going to try and put a bird up there. My liner brush is kind of crooked. I'm glad you guys showed up. I'll eat my pot pie and have some dinner. Then I'll do another live probably in a couple hours. I'm going to do a different type of painting. I'm going to turn the canvas sideways so I can do like a longer type mountain with more trees on both sides. So I'm going to turn the canvas sideways. Yeah, this liner brush isn't working too good. But it's good to put some birds up there and some twigs. Put some points on your tree. You could put tree trunks in your trees here. You could do it either with a knife or a brush. This is like a light brown. You just got to put a, a little bit of brown line in there to make like a tree trunk in there. Just like that. Alright guys, that's all I'm going to do on this one because I'm going to eat some dinner, but man, that came out great. Still needs a little bit of work, but don't forget to subscribe so you'll get notified next time I do a live, I think. There we go. That's in focus. I really like this one for some reason. Thanks everyone for showing up. Kristen, AA, Paint Your Dream World. If you guys haven't been to his channel yet, go check it out. It's pretty cool. Misty, ABC123. God, a lot of people came in today. Daniel, Tech 2200, Samantha, Shadow Hunter. Wow, I think Steve was my first person in here, but I think he left. Alright guys, thanks for watching. It's time to put on the dance lights. Time to dance. Wow, look at them bushes too. Still, I didn't put any twigs in because my liner brush is not working. You guys have been awesome. I'll see you on the next live stream, probably in a couple hours. It's Saturday. I've got nothing else to do, so I might as well paint. I'm going to do something different. So check it out in a little bit. Cheers.